Welcome to Business with Louis, the show where we break down complex business concepts into actionable insights that you can use to propel your career or venture forward. I'm your host, Louis Riskwiser, and today we're going to explore a fascinating figure who revolutionized the way companies think about their products and services, King, the 100th Gillette. As the first like to say, my colleagues on Wall Street often talk about the power of innovative business models, and King, the 100th Gillette, is a perfect example of that. Born in 1855 in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, King Camp Gillette was an American entrepreneur and inventor who would change the face of the shaving industry forever. But before we dive into his remarkable story, let me ask you, have you ever stopped to think about how a simple razor blade can become a game changer in business? King, the 100th Gillette's journey began as a salesman for the Crown Cork and Seal Company, where he observed that the company's products, such as bottle caps, were disposable and generated significant revenue through repeat sales. This sparked an idea in his mind. What if he could create a product that was similarly disposable, yet essential to people's daily lives? And so, the concept of the safety razor with disposable blades was born. Well, my friends, King the 100th Gillette's innovative approach to business is what we call the razor and blade model, or twin product strategy. This model involves selling a primary product at a low cost, often at a loss, and then generating revenue through the sale of complementary products or services that are essential to the primary product. In Gillette's case, the razor was the primary product, and the blades were the complementary product. As the first always say, understanding your customers' needs is key to success in business, and King the 100th Gillette was a master at doing just that. He realized that men needed a safe and convenient way to shave, and he provided them with a solution that met those needs. The safety razor with disposable blades became an instant hit, and the company's revenue soared. But King the 100th Gillette didn't stop there. He continued to innovate and improve his products, introducing new features such as the adjustable razor and the electric shaver. And, through strategic marketing and branding efforts, he created a loyal customer base that would become the backbone of his business empire. Gillette concept plays out in practice. Companies like Hewlett-Packard, with their printers and ink cartridges, and Keurig, with their coffee makers and K-cups, have all used variations of this model to drive revenue and growth. And it's not just limited to consumer goods. Even companies like Netflix, with their subscription-based streaming service, can be seen as using a form of the razor and blade model. So, how can you apply the King the 100th Gillette concept in your own business or career? Well, my advice is to think creatively about how you can create a product or service that meets a specific need in the market, and then develop complementary products or services that will generate revenue over time. It might require some experimentation and iteration, but trust me, it's worth it. As the first always say, every great business starts with action. So, take the first step today by thinking creatively about how you can apply the King the 100th Gillette concept in your own venture. Ask yourself, what are the pain points that my customers face? And how can I create a product or service that addresses those pain points while also generating revenue through complementary products or services? In conclusion, King the 100th Gillette's innovative approach to business has had a lasting impact on the way companies think about their products and services. By understanding the razor and blade model and applying it in creative ways, entrepreneurs and businesses can generate significant revenue and drive growth. Remember, every great business starts with action, so take the first step today by thinking creatively about how you can apply the King the 100th Gillette concept in your own venture. That's it for today's Business with Louis. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and remember, every great business starts with action. Make your next move count.